welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As you can hear from my voice, yes, I have a sore throat, but I feel okay. I feel okay. Guys, we will be recapping the Love and Marriage Huntsville latest episode. If you haven't already, be sure to share this live. Be sure to like the video. Be sure to show some love to our moderators and our Team Kempire Royal Court members. I will be dropping the call-in link for you guys to call in and share your thoughts on the latest episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. If you haven't already, say what's up. What's going on, guys? Let me know where you guys are watching from. Okay, Chef Don says, I gave it a great rating because Tiffany's story, it really got home for me, especially since I just found my brother after 18 years. Wow. Yeah, Derby, we're going to talk about it because I kind of feel that way as well. Thank you so much, Ebony. Ebony says, oh, Kempire, I wish you a full recovery. I'm sorry you have a sore throat. Thank you. Me too. Look, me too. But I am sipping on some tea. I am going to show my face. Yes. So you guys know I'm good. What's going on? Canada's in the building. Bronx is in the building. I will be limiting how much talking I'm doing, though, because I will be dropping the call-in link early so you guys can share your thoughts. I felt like this episode, though, felt very staged. Anyone else? From Tisha's family to the Tiffany search for her father, all of that felt very staged to me. Yes, I have some lemon and ginger tea right here. All right, let me see. We got what's going on. Connecticut. Yeah, Fallon says everything was staged. So let me just go from the top. So this episode is called Mission Impossible. As you already know, the mission is to give Tiffany a storyline. Let's give Tiffany a storyline. This I'm going to see what you guys rated this episode. How come I don't see the did I not do it here? I don't remember. If you guys had to rate this episode, though, let me know in the live chat how you would rate this episode from 1 to 10. If I had to rate this episode based off of rewatching it for the second time this morning, and I'm like to myself, it wasn't entertaining. I probably would give this episode a 5, and I'm being generous with that because of cousin Bernard, the male Wanda. We didn't talk about, we covered a lot of the things that were going on offline last week in regards to Love and Marriage Huntsville, which caused the ratings to get a boost last week. It did get a boost because of all that drama. Well, there was a rumor. Martell said on, I think it was IG Live, that Mama Wanda was fired. Marcel is denying those things, but you may recall the story was that Marcel and Martell got into a physical fight. As you know, Martell is a producer on Love and Marriage Huntsville, but that might just be a glamour title. So no word on whether or not Mama Wanda has been fired. Yes, there is a petition that has several thousand signatures. Some of you are like, where's the petition? I want to sign. Okay. Oh, for those of you that are wondering, I don't know what's going on. Shout out to the Basquiat estate, because Basquiat is everywhere now. This is from The Gap. Y'all. I saw this as I was leaving The Gap. Look, they're not paying me, but they should. Let me see. Hold on. Let me find my mouse here. Nisha, thank you so much for the super chat. Nisha says it was giving OLG spinoff tease. Shut up. I don't want to see that. Guys, as you already know, it is also Pride Month, and we have launched some merch. Yep, we finally got some merch for you guys. I do want to show you some of the merch that we've gotten. This is just some of the merch. There are plenty of things: t-shirts, sweatshirts, iPhone cases, Samsung phone cases. There are book bags. Let me show you the book bag that I love so much. This book bag. The way that the king of pop culture comes around the top. Head on over to teamkempire.com/shop. Okay, a link is available in the description of the video. I know Diana just posted the link as well. teamkempire.com/shop. And there goes something in my eye. All right. Excuse my voice today, y'all. Got a little bit of a frog in my throat, but we will be strong. We'll be strong. I love when people say, thank you, Omar. Omar says, poor Kev, you sound pitiful. I saw the merch. Congratulations. Thank you so much, guys. And thank you to everyone that's already ordered as well. But let's get back into this. I thought merch and I was like, oh, wait, I need to talk about my merch too. So shout out to Basquiat family in this state. Anyway, so back to this. Let's talk about this. Of course, we're talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. We already have almost 300 people in the building for our recap. I will be dropping the call-in link for you guys to call in and share your thoughts. All right. I got a little bit of a sore throat, y'all. So that's what happened to my voice. Right. All right. Back to this. So Tiffany at the top of this episode wants to tell her parents that she's going to search for her father. This is not the first time that she searched for her father, but the man that she found before wasn't him. She says the excuse for trying to find her father is because she wants to know about health issues and she wants to think about having another baby. You know, that's her storyline this season. She wants to have another baby. I don't know. It's giving Robin Dixon. It's giving Robin Dixon. All right. Millie says, Tiffany mom sounds like a trip. Yeah. In my opinion, I agree. The nightcap was better than the episode. It was better than the episode, and that's not saying a lot. Speaking of the nightcap, I saw that Destiny revealed that she does have a gag order. She can't bring up the chicken man on Love and Hip Hop. Love and Marriage Huntsville. So she can't talk about him there, but she could talk about him on the nightcap. Wait a second. Wait, where is it? Oh, damn. Brooklyn Star said it's giving nobody cares. Yeah. Tiffany, it's okay, though. It's okay because it did get interesting to me once they got to Utah, Alabama. I didn't know there was a Utah, Alabama. It's spelled differently. But the fact that we went into these small towns this episode, I was like, this is so, I don't know. It felt different going into Utah, Alabama, her going through the old newspapers. I was like, I mean, look, for those of you that like, oh, racism is over, blah, blah, blah. She's talking about racism in these little towns back in 1987. People being lynched. The anti-lynching bill just passed this year. So for those of you that say, yeah, we moved on from racism. Maybe in your country. Okay. Oh, Yuzu says she didn't say that during the reunion. Destiny is a liar. Yeah, I don't really believe anything that Destiny says because Destiny during the nightcap revealed that she couldn't talk about her husband on the show, but she also said that first of all she's dating someone else, and the reason why their marriage is over was because of a third party, and alluded to it being his mom. Do you guys believe that? I don't know if I believe that. It was giving me, I don't know. Something about Destiny isn't very trustworthy. I don't know what it is. But here we are. All right. So at the top of the episode, Tiffany tells her parents, which I thought was interesting. Have we met her parents before? I don't think so, right? I thought it was interesting to see them in this way. When the father said that, I thought that maybe you wouldn't love me anymore. I was like, oh, damn, that struck a chord with me. Look, no matter how you feel about Tiffany, when the father said that, when you went searching for your parents, it made me feel like you wouldn't love me anymore. And I think a lot of adopted parents feel that way. So I thought that was really sweet. But the Tiffany storyline, searching for her parents, I don't know. It seems like she's desperate to have a storyline. So that's what it's giving me. Hold on, y'all. Let me grab I forgot to bring all the things that I need in here. Hold on. I'm going to play a little music and then I'll be right back. I'm just going to grab my lozenges. Okay, hold on. Y'all will forgive me. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me.
slave, I'll be buried in my grave and go home to my Lord and be free.
Just saying. I was like, I need my lozenges. I can't. Look, I can't. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Millie says Marsau and Maurice are both cheaters. Look, Daniel says, please hold for our commercial break. Not Marshall. All right. Brooklyn Stars, not the church organs and an old Negro spiritual. Yes, come on now. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. Guys, if you're just joining us, I'm your boy, TheKempire. Welcome to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. Yes, I got a little frog in my throat, but it is what it is. All right? It is what it is. All right. Back to this. So she tells her parents, we'll move on from there. Tisha meets with Mama Wanda to look at this food truck. It's also giving very pre-produced. Why would you buy this beat down food truck for $40,000? All of these scenes with Mama Wanda and Marsau feel so pre-produced now. They're leaning into the cheating stories. I'm still going with that. I'm still going with they're leaning into these cheating stories. I don't believe it. And you saw the video that I did on allegedly Storm. We didn't get Stormy this week. Maybe that's why it was so boring. We got a little bit of Melody, which was good. Thank God Melody went on that trip with her, though. Because if Melody didn't go on that trip with her, it would have been really bad. It would have been a really bad episode. Ms. Brooks, yes, it was $40,000 he wanted for that truck. Just saying. And he did look under. Marsau did look under the hood, and that truck hasn't moved, not in a year, in like 20 years. I don't know. Right? We didn't get Kimmy either. Wow. Perspective. You like to call Kimmy boring, but we didn't get any Kimmy this week. Or Maurice. Thank you, Danielle, for the super chat. Danielle says, a lot of people bought old food trucks and fixed them up, and they look amazing. That's true. But for $40,000? Maybe that's to renovate it too. But even Tisha telling more so, oh, we're going to give her this money. We're going to give her this money. It's feeling pre-produced. Like, why would you waste your money on something why would you just give away $40,000 for something that's not going to be viable? At every turn, you're looking at it like, first of all, she doesn't know how to run a business. Is the food that good? Exactly. Tabby says $40,000 without an engine. That's a waste. That is a waste. Oh, Carol says, I think Kimmy is not feeling filming with Marsau and Tisha. I don't know about that. Millie says it looked like a death trap. It did. I just felt like this episode, more than any other episode, felt very pre-produced. If they were thinking about doing a spinoff, and we've talked about this, a spinoff with Tisha's family, I'm not interested. Yes, they were a little comical to watch in this episode. We did get a scene with the cousins at the end of this episode. And of course, Kiki makes an appearance, but we won't see the confrontation with Kiki until next week. But the family confronting Marsau, cousin Bernard, T-Man announcing to everyone, oh, my girlfriend's pregnant. T-Man announcing my girlfriend's pregnant. He's in the middle of divorce. Her cousin Tiffany, oh yeah, I'm getting a divorce. Don't you got like 4 kids? No, 5. You don't know how many kids your cousin has? Yeah, anyone notice that? This is why I watch it twice. Anyone notice? Tina says we need subtitles with that family. Honestly, I actually understood them, surprisingly. Danielle says I was bored with this episode. Yeah, it wasn't a good episode. And we just realized we didn't get Kimmy and Maurice. Not that we really wanted Maurice, and we didn't get Stormy this week. As I saw someone say that, oh, they're not that close. Well, apparently, but they made it seem like they were close. You don't know how many kids she has? But you guys also notice when Marsau was fighting with Uncle Bernard, how Tisha was like this. She galloped in the middle. Like, this is what it's giving. It's giving fake. It's giving at this point. They know what people love to talk about. So they're just leaning into that story in regards to Marsau's cheating. Marsau going back and forth with the family about his cheating. That wasn't interesting to me. It wasn't interesting to me. And then Marsau saying, oh, I know how we can figure this out. We can do a smell test. Like, you think this is funny. Like, this isn't funny. Like, your kids are going to see this later. These rumors. And you're doing this all for what? A check? He reveals to the family, oh, yeah, I went to Atlanta. Yep, I went to Atlanta, but I was looking for a building. And yes, I took pictures. Like, Chastity, thank you so much for the super chat. Chastity says, Wanda and those overcooked ribs aren't deserving of a $40,000 truck. How did the food look to you guys? I was really trying to take a look at the food, but I was laying down while I was watching this, and I was just like, I mean, they were eating it up. They liked her food. I don't know. If the food's good, I don't see a problem with a food truck. Food trucks are big business right now. They are. I just don't know if I would trust Mama Wanda with my investment. I'm going to rewind back. And guys, I am going to drop the call link so you guys can call in and I can rest my voice. For those that are just joining us, I'm okay. I feel okay. No fever. It's not COVID. Just sore throat. I'm doing all the things. Thanks to all my mothers online. I appreciate you guys with all the tips. Look, I got my ginger tea and lemon. But look, part of the job sometimes you get a cold. Here I am. Stay tuned. I might reschedule my live that I'm supposed to do Love Match Atlanta for later. I might reschedule that for tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see how I feel later. But anyways, back to this. Maybe I should just whisper. Maybe I should make this ASMR. Oh, this feels a little bit better actually. Sheila says, I don't understand the smell test. It's just Marsau trying to be, I'm going to be funny and witty. It wasn't. It was disgusting. I'm like, what? And the cousins are looking at him like, a smell test? Sidebar. Again, Melody and Tiffany on this journey to Utah, Alabama. Thank God Melody went, because Melody was the most interesting part, but also she was asking the questions. I was like, Tiffany, this is your family. Look, ask the questions. But they did find that barbershop owner who knew her mom. I was like, wow. I hope she does find her father. I want to know what the tea is. But this is when they start talking about, lynching back then. And like, they're talking about in the 80s. Okay. We already know there are different forms of that still exist in certain parts of America that's still going on. But they talk about interracial dating and things like that and how this particular town was mostly Black. I was like, it felt very pre-produced, the scene, but I do believe that this is the whole, I do believe that she really is trying to find her father. But Tiffany, and Tiffany keeps bringing up, her IUD. I'm like, girl, I don't want to know. Also, I don't want to know how you slobbing the knob and giving it up to big, what's his name again? Damn it, Lewis. I don't want to know any of that. Personally. Anyone else? Yes, Miss Beverly. Yeah. part of the reason why she says she wants to find her followers for health reasons. I believe that. But I also believe that this is her storyline. This is what she's leaning into for this season. Okay, girl. Okay, exactly. Facts, Kempire. TMI. I didn't need to know any of that stuff. Tiffany, thank you so much for the super chat. Tiffany says, Kem, you haven't recovered yourself. Reference T-Man, but you showed up. Right? When he said that, there were a few people in this episode that said things that I was like, you know what? I'm not going to make fun of the way that they speak. But it did, in my head, kind of make me look at them like, is that proper English? Pace yourself and y'all stop hating on Tiffany. We're not hating on this Tiffany. Thank you so much for the super chat, Danielle. Thank you so much for the super chat. Danielle says Tiffany kept saying 1987, but the man, the white man, kept saying the 70s. Something's not adding up. 40 plus. I understood where it was coming. He was talking about the 70s. However, if they were looking through the documents and they were still within the 80s when those things were still happening. So I believe Tiffany is, born in 1987. You guys are a mess. Yeah, I think it is allergies. Thank you so much, IB. I think it is allergies. But look, it is what it is. I have to say, a lot of the times I don't get sick. So if I get sick once in a while, I'll take it. All right. I'm going to drop the call-in link. I'm going to drop the call link just to save my voice. All right. Let me drop the call-in link, guys. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. Let's get to 200 likes. Let's get to 200 likes. She's like, I don't believe, Danielle. Hold on. Let me drop this. Okay. Y'all all don't believe. All right. Okay. All right. I believe that she's 30-something years old. She doesn't look that old, y'all. Calm down. Tina says, I'm loving your Barry White voice. Thank you. Oh, Evelyn says, there's no way I'm older than Tiffany. You know what it is? I think Tiffany gives off an older vibe. I think that's what it is. I don't think she looks old, but I feel as if she gives off an energy that's a little bit more older, maybe a little bit more frumpier. Maybe? I don't know. Look, at this point, this episode for me was a 5. And the more I talk about it, it's starting to feel like a 4. Just saying. All right. Beverly says, alcohol make people look older. Okay. Jada says, Kempire, that lady is old. Every time we talk about her age, you guys go in. You guys go in, and the conversation continues and continues. Sticks says, Kempire, that's because she's old. Come on. Y'all are a mess. Definitely a 4. Yeah. This episode wasn't hitting. And I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was missing. And I honestly, when we saw the preview for Marsau with the family, I was like, oh, this actually looks interesting. But that lets you know, previews, a lot of times they pick out the most interesting pieces and put it together. It wasn't that interesting. Yeah. All right. Yeah, how old is Lewis? I think definitely Lewis is a lot older than she is. We'll see. All right. I'm going to give my voice a little bit of a rest, and I'm going to bring up some folks that want to weigh in on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Replay crew, though, we haven't forgotten about you. We want to know your thoughts. What would you rate this episode? What did you think of this episode? What do you think was missing? And do you want to see a Mama Wanda spinoff? Do you want a Mama Wanda spinoff? All those little side stories with T-Man telling everybody that, yeah, she's pregnant. His girlfriend didn't want to tell anyone that she was pregnant. Those are so weird. It was like, what's happening in this episode? That episode is the one that should have aired during Memorial Day weekend. Honestly. Everyone's like, nope, no spinoff. All right, let me bring up some callers. Miss Beverly, I'm gonna bring you up. What's going on?
Hey y'all, how you doing today?
Well, how are you?
I'm good, and I hope you feel better. Okay.
Thank you.
But let me get, since Tiffany is the last thing we were discussing. No, Tiffany, my daughter was born in '87, and y'all, not to brag, that picture is an actual picture of me 2 years ago. I'll be 57 this year. Okay. So Tiffany, if Tiffany is an '87 baby, I'm a '57 baby. But anyway, let's just call it like it is. Tiffany's mom was a get around girl.
Her biological mom.
Yeah, her biological mom, yeah. And just like Miss Brooklyn mentioned in the chat, Tiffany looks like her adopted dad.
Right?
Those, they look like they could act, but I guess that goes back to the old saying, feed them long enough, they start to look like you. But let's just go right on to the family of Wandas.
That's the family of Wandas.
The entire family act like Miss Wanda. Why are you all up in this man's face? Why are you in Tisha's business? My thing at this point is, if Marsau is cheating, if Tisha's okay with it, everybody else should be okay with it. But that, what was his name? Bruce or whatever his name was?
Bernard.
Bernard. Okay. That's just how uninteresting they were. I don't care what anybody say. Yeah, that is something they probably are trying to get a spinoff. And to reference what Martell say, Miss Wanda is gone. No, I don't think so. Carlos is too messy for that. And it's evident because he has that little segment on his show about with Wanda talking about people after Winter had said, oh, I love her. And then she said that she got a half a hair because half of her brains were cut off. I just absolutely can't. And yeah, the episode was a 4 last night.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
We appreciate you calling in.
All right. Well, you feel better, okay?
Thank you so much.
And everybody have a good Sunday. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye. All right. Let me just say thank you. Danielle, thank you so much for the super chat. Danielle says, if Tiffany is an '87 model, then the white side of her is cracking # Black Don't Crack. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Okay. Ebony says, well, if she gets a spinoff, it'll be called Wanda's World. I don't know if I can watch a spinoff with Mama Wanda. Brooklyn Star, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Brooklyn Star?
Hi, Kempire. I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
I'm going to try to be quick because I want to get through my points because I was confused by this 2-for-1 episode. Like, I was excited in the beginning and then I was totally confused because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. When it comes to Tiffany's part, the way I would have gathered my purse and run off the curb when that man, a perfect stranger, confirmed my bio mom was a super thought, I would have just been crying in the car. I, like a stranger, like I know her. I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my gosh. And the fact I was shocked that 86% of the town was Black. So the thing is, everybody knows her mom, but anybody could be her dad. Like that, she's never going to find her dad. I don't think she's ever going to find her dad. I feel really bad about that. The way Melanie fell asleep, like how we all do when Tiffany comes on the scene, was hilarious. And Tiffany barely even noticed. When it comes to Tisha's family, I was confused from the introduction of all the crazy characters. T-Man is slow. I'm sorry. Like, I don't even want to shade them, but the truth is worse than shading at this point. The fiance, none of the F's on her outfit stood for Fendi. I was just confused by them and him telling everybody she's pregnant, and everybody's confused, like they don't even know who they are. It was weird. Like no, it was like people were asking who. Like I think this is a made up. I don't even think it's a made up relationship. I just think they don't. I don't think anybody in that room knows each other. Bernard is giving young and old. Old where he's giving me Eddie Kane. He's giving me The Last Temptation. He oh my God. Young where he had a big tat on his neck. And I don't know, you being Jamaican, you'll probably know Young where he was giving me like thinking he was a shotta with a tight suit and stuff like that. I was like, what is going on here? There was another cousin dressed like a Hershey kiss in all the gold foil. Tisha making silly
You were paying
faces.
attention.
Oh my God, I couldn't stop watching. I was like, what's going on here? Tisha making all those silly faces doesn't make her seem any brighter. I'm like, why she keeps making these faces and trying to give advice that she needs to take for herself? I need somebody to get Tom Girardi and Erin Brockovich to test the water on the other side of the tracks because something's going on. Every single member was slow. I didn't understand it. And all this episode made me realize is that Wanda and Tisha are the best that the other side of the track has to offer. While we thinking they're ditzy, they're the best that they have to offer out this family. I was confused. I don't want them to come back. I didn't like how Carlos pushed this pilot on us that we didn't ask for. I don't want to see it no more. It was a waste of my Saturday night. I don't want to see it no more. But that's all. And
that's all.
On the Nightcap, I'm so confused. What makes Mel a bad friend? That this lady has 4 kids. She's a single mom. She didn't have time to cater to you. But when she saw you were in need, every time she came through. My best friend lives in DC, and I haven't seen her probably in 2.5 years because of the pandemic, and we're busy, but we talk every day. If I really needed something, she would come through. I still want to know what meant Mel that she couldn't drop everything. I got 4 kids and a crazy baby dad. I can't be there for you when you barely tell me what's going on in your marriage or your ex marriage. Like, I'm still confused by that. And that's about it.
All right. Thank you, Brooklyn Star. You made me laugh.
No problem. Bye.
I mean, a lot of really great points, though. A lot of really great points. Emphas says, T-Man being broke and having a baby on the way was so cringe. Yeah, but you notice how Tisha was like, and I know he have issue with finance. I'm just like, maybe, I don't know. Velda, thank you so much for the super chat. Velda says, Tiffany needs to find her real daddy along with her real birthday. Thank you, Velda. Oh. I'm not going to even read this. Y'all can read it yourselves. Damn. All right. In My Opinion's backstage. Hey, In My Opinion.
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Baby, let me tell you. That truck on the inside, okay, how is it going to even pass inspection? Because that's nasty, okay? Ain't nobody going to inspect that and say, oh, yeah, you can serve some food out of there. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm going to need you to go ahead and get you a little more, like $60,000, and buy you a brand new food truck. Because ain't nobody going to eat out of it. And then let me tell you something. I don't know what part of Bessemer they from. I've seen some ratchet people in Bessemer, but I ain't seen them like this. Okay, it was a collage of it was just, man, this worse than the project people. I ain't never seen these people before. Okay, I don't even know where they came from. I think these folk came from the country, and we got a lot of country back roads down here in Alabama. But I think that's where them folks came from, because Bessemer bad, but Bessemer ain't that bad, and I will feel like they will feel slighted knowing that this is who's representing them.
Wow. Okay.
Tiffany, hearing her story, me being from Alabama, I already know that the smaller cities and towns were a lot racist than the bigger cities, and that was the reason why people went to the bigger cities, because they didn't want to die, or they didn't want to be, prejudiced against, or what I'm saying, like, my dad used to tell us stories of even when they went out, the police would stop them and would pull his sister and his mom out, which was my grandma, would pull them out the car and fill them up while they were in the car and they couldn't do anything.
Mm.
And they had these little hawks on their cars. It wasn't like regular police cars. It was these hawk cars. And you knew whenever they came around, they wasn't no good.
Wow.
So, yeah, Alabama has been racist for a while. I mean, like, it's gotten better in the physical, but you still see some of those people still live here. And that's the reason why it lights up red no matter what. No matter how many, you know, minorities we have here, it's gonna light up red all the time because these people that believe in it, they're gonna unite any way they can. They're gonna flip those votes any way they can to make it that way because they like it this way. You know, they like being able to keep opportunities away from minorities here. And that's the reason why our system sucks when it comes to child support and you know,
which we've talked
and
about
stuff like that.
over the
Right.
last few Sundays.
Right. And that's what I was trying to tell people, like, yeah, it gets better from time to time, but it has to be something like the pandemic to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like when all this is over, like they're trying to cancel everything now. Even though, they're still trying to give out this money. Governor Kay Ivey has been fighting it tooth and nail. She didn't want us to have the she didn't want us to get PP loans for black people. She felt like that was a waste of money. She felt like if it was a small business, it should close. She didn't want the people to get the rental assistance. She felt like it was a waste of people to get over on the system. She used the money that we got for COVID relief to build 4 new prisons, 2 women prisons, 2 men prisons. That's their thing here. They lock up our minorities, whether you're innocent or you're guilty. They throw away that key, and they make money off of you from these people that own these prisons.
Wow.
But y'all have a good Sunday, good evening.
How you gonna end it like that?
No, because let me tell you something. I rated the episode a 5 for me too, and I was like, that was reaching that day. You know, if I had to really be honest, I would have said maybe a 3.
Yeah,
it's hard when Tiffany is the highlight of the episode.
Who said that?
That's what I said. She's the highlighter because the family was a hot mess. And I would not want to put, if I had this kind of collage of a family, I'd be like, no, they cannot be on TV. Sorry. You cannot represent me like this. Like, they didn't even find these people no clothes. They should have took Bernard and got his teeth fixed. Something. Like, they didn't even teach this man English. Okay?
Right. Well, Tisha didn't know some English either. All right. All right. Yeah. All right, in my opinion. Let me let you go. Thank you so much for calling in.
Okay, you have a good one.
You too. Bye. All right. Beverly says, Destiny says she knows where the bodies are buried. Her own? Because there's a lot of stuff that we want to know about Tiffany. I'm not Tiffany, Destiny. Okay. All right. All right. Miami Garden says, I live in the South, but not in the South. If you live in South Florida, you know what I mean. Oh, look, all right. All right, Miss Brooks, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Miss Brooks?
Hey, Kempire, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So I'm not even going to give this episode any positive feedback because I don't want Carlos King or any of the production crew to think that this type of ignorance and stereotype is what we want to see on our screens every week. So I'm not even going to dive into the episode because the episode lacks substance. That's why we're struggling to find things to talk about even in this review, because there was no substance there in the episode. Yeah. And that's kind of what I want to touch on. Okay. We no longer want these type of shows or episodes on our screens every week. And that's why I believe that's why everyone is so frustrated with how this is going now. In that whole to be continued, You could have did that in this episode. What are you stringing it along for? You're trying to stretch it out for what? Not for ratings, because the ratings are dropping because of this. And I'm not sure if last night I'm not sure if last night was a pilot of Wanda's soon come episode or whatever, but I think what we've realized now that Melody is kind of letting people showcase their real personalities is that they're just not that interesting to watch. Come on now, let's keep it real.
You're right.
Everyone is rating this episode a 4 and a 5 or less. Tisha is just not that interesting. This whole act that she and Marsau has going on about his alleged babies and alleged cheating, it's tired now, Kempire. Yeah. And I think we're tired of the ignorance and the plan in our face. And when he said that smell test, I was like, are you am I really watching this on TV right now? Like, this is not on the screen. So that's what I wanted to call in and say. I'm not even getting ready to dive into an episode that lacks substance, because that would mean I lack substance in talking about it. So,
but can I ask you this question? Because I agree, the good majority did lack substance, but I do think the conversation of Tiffany looking for her father and the way that part of America was during the 80s was an important factoid that we got.
So now that you've asked me that question, I thought that was a phenomenal conversation to have, because it is it's an experience that people had in the 80s that's still relevant to this day, Kempire. And had they made the episode actually about that, the episode would have had a phenomenal amount of substance and something that we all, or majority of us, could relate to. And we therefore could have had a real conversation and a much more deeper conversation about some of the things that her mom and her family went through in the 80s, and how some of us are still going through those things in this day and age in real time. So they missed the mark completely. That conversation, yes, I agree with you. There was a lot of substance there. But like we've said, and I can kind of relate this to the Monique thing, Monique has had a bunch of points too over the past week in discussing her topics. But the way it's delivered and the way you capture people and the way you bring people in, it failed. It just falls on deaf ears. So what are we going to do about it? None of us are actually talking about the conversation about what was happening in the 80s. Everyone's talking about Wanda and their ignorance. You get where I'm going with this? Yeah. So I don't want to see them on the screen next week with this foolishness. I don't. Let's move away from Tisha and Marsau and Wanda, and let's jump into some much more interesting conversations and conversations and episodes that have substance that keeps the conversation moving along and moving forward. I'm finding difficulty finding my words, because what do I say about nothing? Like, what can you say about nothing? I just saw a comment that someone said it was a circus. The episode was all over the place. It really was. And I agree with that. It was truly just them playing in our faces, and it was so overly produced that it was boring.
Yeah.
Like, I had to fast forward. Oh, plug to you, because I am a Discovery Plus member now.
Oh.
So shout out to Kempire.
Someone called Discovery.
So I was able to fast forward most of the parts, and I was yawning. I'm like, I feel like Melody. Like,
Oh yeah, that was a funny scene. Melody in the car. I thought that was funny.
I was yawning right with her. I was like, girl, yes. I'm bored too.
Oh Lord. All right. Miss Brooks, awesome. I appreciate you calling in.
Thank you, Kempire. Have a good rest of your Sunday, everyone.
You too. Bye-bye. Oh, sorry. All right. We're going to take one last caller, guys. If you're just joining us, this is our weekly recap of Love and Marriage Huntsville. We will be doing our Love and Marriage DC recap tomorrow at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, along with our Real Housewives of Atlanta recap at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully my voice will be back fully by tomorrow, but you never know. If it doesn't, you'll just have to deal with the frog in my voice, okay? All right. Anyways, guys, Don't forget to like the video if you haven't liked it already. And don't forget our Pride merch. It is Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. And it is, of course, Black Music Month. So be sure to support some Black artists. But yeah. You see that? Yeah. That's just one of the many designs and one of the many products you can get at teamkempire.com/shop. Be sure to head on over there. Links are available in the description of this video, along with the links for getting your own coldest water bottle. All right. Get a coldest water bottle, but they don't just have water bottles, guys. They have everything that you might need for your pets, pillows. They have ice packs, things for your coffee. Head on over to coldest.com and don't forget to use the discount code KEMP10 for 10% off. All right. Let's take one more caller. Aniva, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Aniva?
Hi, Kempire. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Perfect. Go
Okay. I wanted to say about Mama Wanda's food. Stormy actually viewed it. I can't remember which channel I watched it on, but I watched it this week, and she didn't have good things to say about Mama Wanda's food. She said that it was pretty much tasteless. The chicken was bad, but yeah, like she wrote a whole review on it on Facebook. She didn't have good things to say about it. And Tiffany's family is interesting. I think a lot has been said about Tiffany's family. Can't really add on to not Tiffany's family. Latisha. Tisha's family is interesting. Tisha's family is interesting. Can't really add on. But I wanted when you talk about Tisha's family talking to Marsau about cheating and his other babies, were like which babies? Like with his side pieces or I'm not sure, because I watched a really crazy video this week about Marsau and Tisha, and apparently from that video it said that Marsau was actually dating Tisha's other cousin that we really don't know about, and they have a kid together, and Tisha was actually Marsau's side chick. And so when they keep on bringing this cheating thing, it's kind of like, if this is really allegedly, exactly, if this is really true that Marsau is cheating on Tisha and whatnot, then you guys already know it, because he was first with her cousin, and they have a child together, and she was a side piece. So I don't really get what they keep on bringing this cheating thing about. And even when Wanda brings it up to Tisha, like I always ask myself, does she expect Tisha to leave Marsau? Because after they confront Marsau, what's the next step? Is it leaving, fixing their marriage? What is it? I'm very confused about them always talking about the cheating and all of that. So yeah, that story was really interesting. Plus the live, they had a live before that video came out, and on the live he was kind of joking about it. But I don't know, with the lives, with when love and marriage handful people have lives, that's when I think the real tea comes out, because they say things that I guess they don't think people are going to catch on to, but they say these things and people go dig and we find something. So it's very, I think that's what they should bring on. Like, I think whatever they're doing now, it's not really selling. I'm kind of disappointed with Carlos. Honestly, I'm a bit disappointed with him. I feel like if they want to bring that storyline, bring Tisha's other cousin, Marsau's other child, and let's talk about it. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Aniva, for calling in. Here's the thing. I don't know if it's the people involved. I'm not that interested in Marsau and Tisha. I really haven't been that interested in them in the beginning. But the more that things are playing out this season, and I've said this already in regards to my season 4 reviews, it feels very forced. It feels very pre-produced. It seems like they're leaning in to this storyline. So sometimes when I see these stories about Mama Wanda or the antics that they're doing on social media, I'm like, I really don't care. I really don't care. All right, let me just say thank you. First of all, Tiffany, thank you so much for another super chat. Tiffany says, I have to come through for my namesake. Knowing your family health history is so important. Your namesake, Tiffany. Knowing your family health history is so important, especially because genetics can be used to target medicine. Oh, I agree. I believe there is truth to her, what she's doing, but I also feel like this is her storyline for the season. Just saying. But I understand you got to defend Tiffany's. We had 2 Tiffany's in this episode. Her Tisha's cousin Tiffany, who apparently Tisha didn't know had 5 kids. Oh, thank you, Miami, for the reminder. Miami says, Kempire, June is also Caribbean American Heritage Month. My month. Caribbean American. Really just Caribbean. Both my parents are Jamaican. I was just born here. But thank you for the reminder. I need to do some research on how we can celebrate. All right. Omar says, if you think about it, since Carlos has been doing his podcast, the new Love and Marriage DC, the Nightcap, Huntsville has been lacking. So he's doing too much at once. Yeah, but he has a team. Remember, he has a team. So maybe the team needs to shift, or I don't know what needs to shift, but he has a team. Hold on, let me see what you guys are saying. And yes, thank you, Diana, for the reminder, guys. Don't forget, shout out to our replay crew. We haven't forgotten about you. What did you think of this latest episode? How would you rate this latest episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville? What do you think about what the callers have said? I feel like everyone is on the same page saying that this episode just was not hitting. It will be interesting to see the ratings for this week. Last week, the ratings for Love and Marriage Huntsville were up. I feel like DC has been doing decent. I like DC so far. I really do like DC so far, but I'll talk more about DC tomorrow when I actually get to watch it. I didn't get to watch it at all. Yeah, D. Robinson says, I agree with you, Kempire. Marsau and Tisha's storyline is getting boring. As much as the Melody and Martell storyline was getting boring. But now that we know that Martell and Melody seem to be in a better place, maybe it'll be more interesting. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, Empress says 4.5. Damn. 4, Amy James. 4. A 3.3. Not a 3.3. I'm leaning towards a 4 rating for this week's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville. If I know it was this bad, I probably wouldn't have made the live and be like, all right, we'll get back to our regularly scheduled programs next week. But I'm glad, guys, I had an opportunity to talk with you today. As I said to you before, stay tuned. I'm supposed to do a Love Match Atlanta recap tonight. We'll see how I feel. We'll see how I feel. And when I say I feel okay. It's the voice. It's just the voice. Thank you to everyone that called in. Thank you to everyone that sent in the super chat. Thank you to our moderators, guys. Don't forget to show love to our moderators. Oh, I just y'all. How come no one told me? Y'all didn't tell me I got the size thing on my shirt. You know what? And it won't come off. It's gonna stay there. It's gonna stay there. It's all right. Thank you so much, Courtney. Thank you. Hold on, let me just say thank you for the super sticker. Thank you so much, Carol, for the super sticker. We appreciate you supporting the channel. And thank you to everyone that's placed an order for our merch. We really do appreciate you supporting for Pride. Yes, thank you to everyone that's placed an order. Again, more information is available at TheKempire.com/shop. Thank you. Danielle, thank you so much for the super chat. Danielle says it's time for Maurice and Kimmy to give us something. Thank you, Logan. Yes, I'm gonna try and rest. The voice. Anyways, the mic blocked it. Good. Look, but now y'all can see it. I gotta pull this off later. Anyways, guys, thank you all for being here. Have a great rest of your day. Again, more information on our texting community. Head on over to TextKempire.com. That way you're able to drop me tea. That's where I drop you tea and notifications. So if there's any change in schedule for later today, join our texting community. That way you don't miss out. Thank you to our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. Head on over to the link. Click the join button so you can join, or head on over to TeamKempire.com/join. So it's a new link, TeamKempire.com/join. That is the link. All right. Thank you all for being here. Yes. Thank you all for all the tips. And I'm literally taking all of them. All right. Thank you. Yes. Fun way to start our Sunday fun day, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I'm going to go rest up my voice and do some adulting. But I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of your afternoon. There we go. Great rest of your Sunday. I will see you guys later. Or if not, definitely tomorrow for our Real Housewives of Atlanta recap and our our Love and Marriage DC recap. And oh yeah, we hit 130,000 subscribers. Yes. Thank you, Rena, for the reminder. We hit 130,000 subscribers. Be sure to check out some of the pop culture news that you missed, because we don't just talk about reality TV here on the channel. We talk about everything in pop culture. So be sure to check those stories out on the channel. Guys, I will see you guys later. And I'm out. Let's get out of here.
brand new favorite part. Singing praises in the rain, and I'm dancing in the dark. I got a brand new lens to look through every day. Happiness doesn't last, so I found a better way. And it feels like sunshine on my shoulders. It's the good life coming closer. I'm walking in the light. I'm gonna be just fine. This new joy of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. It's finally going right. It's summer all the time. This new joy of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. I'm not the only one, I hope you feel it too. Cause when you found your groove, you got nothing to lose. I've been there and back again, but I'm on to better days. Nothing can stop me now, so don't stand in the way. Cause I feel like sunshine on my shoulders. It's the good life coming closer. I'm walking in the light. I'm gonna be just fine. It's not your light. I'm gonna let it shine. It's finally going right. It's summer all the time. It's not your light. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Feel like sunshine on my shoulders. It's like good life coming closer. Feel like sunshine on my shoulders. It's like good life coming closer. I'm walking in the light. I'm gonna be just fine. This new joy of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. It's finally going right. It's summer all the time. This new joy of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine.